A 0.17 kilogram white snooker ball travels at 10 meters per second and collides with a 0.17 kilogram red snooker ball, which is at rest. So at the beginning here, this is the white one, which is traveling this way, and the red one, which is at rest. And then after the collision, we'll say that the white one is heading to the right, and the red one is heading to the right as well. And the masses of all of these are 0.17 kilograms. And we're also told that 5% of the kinetic energy is lost. So, conservation of momentum says m1 u1 plus m2 u2 equals m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So we get v1 plus v2 equals 1.7. Now let's have a look at the kinetic energy. So what's happening here is, beforehand, it's a half m v squared plus a half m v squared. So let's see, that would be 100 times 0.17 is 17 over 2 joules. That's the kinetic energy at the beginning. 5% of it is lost to heat. So that means 17 divided by 2. We have 95% left after the collision takes place. So 8.075. So afterwards we are reduced down to 8.075 joules. Then this is the afterwards picture. So we can now say a half m v1 squared plus a half m v2 squared equals 8.075. If I multiply that by 2 and divide by 0.17, then I get v1 squared plus v2 squared equals 95. So what I have now, I have two equations with two unknowns, and I can solve them. So I can say v1 equals 1.7 minus v2, and I can put that in here, and I have 1.7 minus v2 squared plus v2 squared equals 95. So let's see what that is then. 1.7 squared, so that is 2.89. So now I have 2.89 minus twice 1.7, so that's 3.4 v2 plus v2 squared plus v2 squared equals 95. So 2 v2 squared minus 3.4 v2, and then 2.89 minus 95, that is minus 92.11 equals 0. So we'll just use the quadratic formula here. So on the calculator we get putting in A, putting in B, putting in C, and we get two answers, a positive answer and probably a negative answer. The negative answer doesn't make sense, of course, because the balls can't pass through each other, so we can only take the first answer here, which is the positive answer, which is 7.689. And then the V1 would be 1.7 minus that V2 answer. So 1.7 minus that. Now this one can be negative, so what it means is the white ball now is heading in the opposite direction, it's heading to the left, minus 5.989. So after the collision with the white ball striking the red ball, the white ball is heading backwards now with about roughly 6 meters per second, and the red ball is continuing forward at about 7.7 meters per second here. So anyways, we have 7.689 and then minus 5.989 meters per second.